it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you are brand new, I am so excited that you decided to join me here. Yes, we are back in Sulani for another speed build. You know I couldn't stay away from Sulani for too long, and today we are building a houseboat, or at least what resembles a houseboat, because we don't have real houseboats in The Sims 4 Island Living compared to the houseboats that we did have in The Sims 3 Island Paradise. But you know what? I am not complaining at all. We can still build a structure that resembles a houseboat and have a lot of fun with gameplay. So the structure itself came together very quickly. There's just 2 balcony spots and just kind of a deck surrounding it. It's a very small deck because I don't think it's extraordinarily usable, but I did want to make sure that at least that upper level balcony was very usable for sunbathing and whatnot. And here I'm kind of building a dock. So my thought with, this being a quote-unquote houseboat was that this lot was just a dock for houseboats to come and settle down. So that's what I was envisioning. It used to be a beach lot, and I thought the beach lot was perfect for that just because it was very open. There was already a lot of landscaping kind of surrounding this, and it was attached, I'll say, nearby a lot of other lots that were very pretty and lush and usable. And there's actually some lounge chairs off to the back, I suppose, of the lot on kind of this sandbar. This is kind of like a bendy sandbar that this lot is on, so I thought it was perfect for it. There's also that bridge that is just beautiful. I don't know if you guys have seen it in some people's screenshots and whatnot, but there is this kind of wooden bridge that connects a few lots too. So I don't know, this is a very pretty area of Sulani, and I thought it was going to be perfect for this kind of lot. So the landscaping was very simple. I really just kind of put landscaping in the corners and surrounding that dock area because, again, I wasn't thinking that this was something that was manicured or planned by the Sims that live on this lot, because of course it is a residential lot and they're basically, you live there or you don't. But yeah, I just wanted to make it very simple, and I thought it was very nice. I thought it came out really nicely, and I used a lot of those kind of low-lying small kind of grassy plants that we got with Island Living, which I don't normally use. I usually use the bigger ones, so that was kind of nice. I'm trying to change it up just a little tiny bit. And here I'm just adding some flower boxes to the windows just to make it a little bit more colorful on the actual structure because it is just very light. There's kind of that pale tannish wood siding that came with cats and dogs, and of course all of the trim and whatnot as well as the fencing is white. And then I do use these little overhangs from Seasons, which I thought was a nice touch. And we're already inside, and the floor plan was very, very simple, so I didn't keep it on camera, but basically there is just a column that separates these 2 spaces. I'm not really going to call them 2 separate rooms. It's a very open floor plan, and I use the new floors from Island Living, and I do tile the kitchen and use these beams to kind of, or not beams, these columns to separate where that's sectioned off, because you know what drives me crazy is when you use like a tile for a backsplash and then all of a sudden on one of the next tiles that's visible you just use a paint. I feel like it just looks so weird. So I try to use columns to separate those sections, if that makes sense. And the kitchen's a little awkward in my head. I don't really like making the fridge and whatnot separate from the rest of the countertops, but considering that the half wall was there right at the entryway, and my thought was to basically put the dining section from the half wall, or between the half wall and that columned section right there, it just didn't work. It was a little too small. So I thought it worked perfectly here. Right as you walk in, there's the dining table. And I did use those wicker chairs in the green swatch from Laundry Day, which I thought was really nice because typically in a lot of these, a lot of these Island Living builds, my automatic drive is to put a lot of blue and yellow. I'd say blue more than anything, just because it's coastal, right? I mean, it's beachy. You think water, you think ocean, you think blue. So I thought using the green chairs was really nice with the mix of the blue and yellow little flip-flop lights hanging in the windows there. So I thought that was kind of a nice mix. And I do hang this fish. Again, I wanted to make sure I was getting the Island Living fish, and I hung it above the door as well as that little fish decoration. And here I'm grabbing a bar, and now this bar will work. Your Sims can make drinks and they can go ahead and pick them up. They just can't sit, obviously, on the other side of the bar because that's usually where you'd put bar stools. So I thought it was a nice element to add because my thoughts for the Sims that live here, I was kind of on the fence. So it was either going to be an older couple that has retired to Sulani, and when I say older, I mean like elders. They live here, they love their houseboat, they suntan, they just go ahead cruising around, enjoying retirement. I feel like they're very fun living, maybe they entertain, which is why they have that bar. I thought that was a really fun idea. Or it's just a young couple who also likes to do the same thing. So they're not retired, but they like to entertain, and maybe they're just cruising along, working from home. So maybe they're freelancers, pick up odd jobs. I don't know. I think I liked the elder idea a lot better. So you guys will have to tell me what you think, because I think that would be a really neat idea. And here I'm just adding a desk and a laptop. I did go ahead and toss up that corkboard with a bunch of postcards because I was really going with the elder idea of maybe they get postcards from all of their travels since they have retired. They've just been traveling all over the place. And here I'm going ahead and grabbing the bookshelf. I had a pineapple because I was thinking it's fake, so I don't know if it's gonna go bad because it's actual fruit. I'm not sure, so don't yell at me, but it might go bad, I don't know. And then the conch shell, and as well as the picture frame of a team, which I always imagine is family. So yeah, as I'm kind of going through this, I'm really leaning towards the elder idea because I think that would be really nice. And here I am trying to figure out the living room and how I want it to be set up. I was going to use this furniture that was free. I think it was the Caribbean update some time ago because I did really like it. It is very coastal and it's bright and pretty, but at the end of the day, I used the new Island Living sofas. I've really fallen in love with them, and I can't pinpoint exactly why. I usually don't like the more modern look. It's just not my aesthetic, it's not my thing, but these were really pretty. And I do use this little glass surfaced coffee table, and I throw just a plant up there as well as a plant in each corner, diagonal corners there. Use the new Island Living rug, and I go ahead and I think just toss like yeah, that's what I tossed. A radio, I guess kind of like a boombox or something, whatever you want to call it, in the corner so they can play music while they have their drinks and entertain in the living room. And now we're upstairs to the bedroom. It's very simple. I do just toss this new bed from Island Living as well as the end tables, a rug, these sweet little candle lamps, and just kind of hang up some drapes. There's also just a dresser that's semi-cluttered, and that's really about it. There's nothing too crazy about the bedroom itself, but I do like it because it is simple, colorful, but relaxing as well. It's not too loud, it's not too chaotic or anything like that. So it is kind of just a really nice place to wind down. And of course, I love those windows above the bed because to me that seems very relaxing. So I go ahead and just hang up some paintings. I had some trouble picking out what I wanted to use for artwork just because I didn't want to repeat a lot of the same things, but I end up using that kind of I guess a beachy painting there that we got with base game. And then I add this lounge, or love seat, I should say, not lounge chair, the love seat at the end of the bed because it does look really pretty in my opinion. And then I just add a chair at the top of the stairs. And now I'm outside on one of the first decks, and I do use these two beach chairs, and I thought they were really pretty. I don't know, they kind of make me dizzy, but I think they're really cute, and I did want to use some blue. And then that was really it, and I move on to the bathroom, which just has a shower and a toilet. And when I realized it was going to be a little too small to put the sink in, I thought, what harm is it putting it on the outside of the bathroom? So I do put it on that wall in the bedroom, which might be a little weird, which, you know, you could always get rid of it if you don't think that that's a good place for it. And then I toss the flower arranging table and a chair out on the other balcony, and then I just add a cooler to the top balcony as well. And now we're downstairs, kind of on the deck area, and I do put a grill and a dining table because I thought that was a nice place underneath these kind of pergolas, I think is what they're called. I tried to remember the name and I couldn't, but I thought that was a nice place to kind of put them. And that is actually pretty much it for the build. So thank you guys so much for watching this. It was really quick, but it was a lot of fun, and I really hope you like it. And if you guys have any other ideas for builds in Sulani, please let me know because I'm always open to it. And I will catch you guys next time I post a video. Bye!